friends, we have reached the end of our semester and our series Becoming. We have walked together and asked questions about who we are, who God is, where He's calling us to be right now in this station. And now we're finishing up with navigating the unknown. And we are also in the season of spring. When we are in spring, we get to see the grass is turning greener, the trees are blossoming, the flowers are, and I love this season. I often forget how much I love it until I start seeing the change, even that happens overnight. And this can be so exciting and beautiful. And I love seeing all the people outside, especially on campus. And at the same time, in this season of joy, we are sitting in a place of hope because there are still trees that are gray and don't have any leaves on them. And we don't know when they're going to sprout. We don't know if they will. And we often can come to places in our lives where we feel the same, where we feel that there is no hope or we don't know what's coming next. Maybe you're in the season of graduating and you've come to an end of this chapter, but you don't know what's next. Or maybe you do, but it's so new. Or maybe as we've talked about all these different, who is God, who am I, you found some answers, but right now it's not feeling as certain as we're transitioning out of school. And so what do we do in these seasons? I know for me, I often will end up either running from those feelings and just avoiding them, not bringing them to God, maybe because I'm afraid that He won't care or that they're too little and I don't want to burden Him. Or maybe I go on the opposite route and I just start to rely on myself and assure myself that everything's fine, I can keep going, I can keep working. But the inclination to run from God or from our fears or to fight our fears on God's behalf is putting us in the place where we're forgetting who God is and who we are to God. And so today I want to remind you that you're a child that does not have the answers, that will feel powerless, that has situations that are uncertain because we don't know everything. But at the same time, we are a child who has a Father who loves us so much and who is steady, who is stable. A Father that tells us that when we run to Him like children with our fear, we will inherit His kingdom. And so I call each of you in this season, whether you're feeling joy or fear or uncertainty, to run to God and embrace His legs just as a little kid would, trying to cling on to something. As you cling on to His groundingness, you sit and you know that those rest of your fears will just lay at His feet. And that is when we will inherit His kingdom of peace, of joy, and of love. And so today I'm going to end our Kickstart series by reading you a book by one of my favorite authors, Rachel Held Evans. And this book is a children's book, and we're going to embrace the body of a child, and the messages and the pictures are my benediction to you as we finish this semester. What is God Like? By Rachel Held Evans and Matthew Paul Turner. What is God like? That is a very big question. One that people from places all around the world have wondered about since the beginning of time. And while nobody has seen all of God, because God is far too big for any of us to fully see, we can know what God is like. God is like an eagle, sharp-eyed and swift, with wings so wide you can play under their shadows. God is like a river, constant and life-giving. When you grow near God, you'll sprout up as a tree. God is like a shepherd, brave and good, a protector who loves her sheep so much that she watches over them and knows each of their names by heart. God is like the stars, forever present and bright. Even when they feel far away, you can always look up and see them twinkling at you. God is like a fort, strong and secure, with walls that are mighty and safe. Inside, there are hidden places to hold you when you're scared or need a quiet place to rest. God is like a gardener, patient and nurturing. God plants, waters, weeds, and fertilizes the earth until every good thing on it seeks the nourishing sun and grows. God is like the flame of a candle, warm and inviting. With God close by, you can look at the night and see through the darkest nights. God is like the wind, passionate and full of mystery. God is both here and mysteriously also over there. God is everywhere, swirling throughout the world, whistling across the mountain ranges, rustling through the trees, and pressing against your cheeks on a breezy day. God is like an artist, creative and unpredictable, always busy making and remaking everything brilliant and new. God is like a mother, strong and safe. You can crawl up into her lap whenever you want to, and she will hold you until you fall asleep. God is like a father, gentle and safe. He will put you on top of his shoulders to give you a bird's eye view of all of creation. God is like three dancers, graceful and precise. They move to the same music in very different ways, showcasing all of God's elegance and rhythm in your life. God is like a rainbow, vivid and full of color, a dazzling reminder of promise and hope for all people after a storm. God is like a best friend, faithful and true, closer to you than even your brothers and sisters. And because we know what God is like, we know that. God is kind. God is forgiving. God is slow to get angry and quick to be glad. God is happy when you tell the truth and sad when things are unfair. She is your protector. He is trustworthy. They are friends when you feel alone. God hopes. God preserves. And so, what is God like? That is a very big question. One that people from places all around the world throughout all of time have answered in many different ways. Keep searching, keep wondering, keep learning about God. But whenever you aren't sure what God is like, think about what makes you feel safe, what makes you feel brave, and what makes you feel loved. That is what God is like. Amen.